Hi folks, my name's Drwg. I'm your guide to all things plumbing code this semester. Um, and this is our final video exploring the relationship between the fitting allowance and the centerline radius and where it can and can't be used as per code 72431, 90-degree elbows. So in previous videos, I've been doing a demonstration at full scale, but I've asked you to use and submit a copy of this sheet, so it only seemed fair to scale things up for you and give you a sense of how to start. Being the first drawing, my promise to you was to break it down. Some of you I know don't have a full-on drafting set, so know that these sorts of set squares can work as well on a compass. Isometric and your 45 degree. If you flip them over, you can run them against a T-square, which is super handy. If you don't have a T-square, no worries. You can run them on the lines on the page, because these lines are all pretty true. So there's your isometric angle. The one thing that you can't get away with, I don't think, is having a scale rule. And for this drawing, I would suggest you do a 4-inch elbow. Perhaps the permitted elbow would be 4.5 inches centerline radius or fitting allowance. And then for the short restricted, you might do 3.5. And I believe that'll show nicely on this drawing. I would also suggest to you that you go to scale and stay in scale. So this is the 3 scale. Just look at this as inches. So 0 inches, 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, and so on. I'm going to recommend to you that the socket on a 4-inch fitting is almost 2 inches, about 1 3/4. So I'm going to say we should come in and start our circle at about 2.5 inches horizontally and 2.5 inches vertically. Now this is going to be hard for me because I'm so used to my T-square. So I'm going to use that as the center point of my circle, and my elbow is going to be up in this area here. So I said we were going to have a 4.5 inch fitting allowance on this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4.5. It is a 4-inch elbow, so we're going to use the approximate pipe size. So that's 2 inches one way, 2 inches the other way, and there's our 4 inches. So we have our inside radius, our centerline radius, and our back radius. So I'm almost done. I think this gives you a really great start. You'll have to be very careful how you use your space in this one, simply because you'll run out. Your other option is to go to a 3-inch elbow. And you can always do that as well. So I'm going to run this for another 30 seconds or so. So we said about 1/4 inch. So that's 1 inch, that's a 1/2 inch, that's a 1/4 inch. So your shoulder here is going to be 1/8 to 3/16. And then we said your depth of your socket is going to be about 1 3/4 inches. So I touch my pencil down is what I'm doing here, touching my pencil down and then running my T-square up against, or my set square up against it. So I'll do the same here. Ooh, out of room. So you can see that's starting to look like a socket on the end of that curve. How you label this, I'm out of time. How you label this though, you'll need to use leader lines. And that is, you won't be able to put your dimensions exactly where you want. You'll have to do something like this. That's it. Hope that helps. Carry on, have fun, and don't forget you can make your elbow a little smaller if need be.